I don't
Like,
remember doing it beforehand.
We've been in sync, you could say.
Yeah.
I used to remember when
Two white boys who were not in sync.
Remember in college when we would walk to the class in the rain, and I would always be like puddle, and you would fucking jump over it.
Yeah.
I was always like, that is insane that we are even on this journey. Like, he knows exactly what I mean.
Yeah. Sometimes when we're walking, you're like, you're playing me third person like a video game.
Yeah.
Left, right.
Yeah, that's why I used to say like it'd be the funniest thing for you to have VR. You have a VR like headset on, and then you have a camera on your back that's just on a 6-foot pole.
Yeah.
And it just follows you around, and like
that's the thing that they were trying to do. That's what they thought. Neuralink, when it wasn't really panning out, they were saying that would be the real application for it. A VR headset that just projects that shit into your mind. Dude, that would be impossible though. I'd feel like I was walking around on a dab. Seeing everything from like above my head.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like third person. You'd live your first person life in third person, which would be honestly kind of fun. I mean, it would be like a video game. Like you're just playing as yourself in an IRL video game.
Yeah.
But you'd let me have the controller. That'd be so funny. I'd just make you go on stupid ass adventures and whatever. I'm
thinking of when Plankton tried stealing the formula and he implanted himself into SpongeBob's brain.
Yeah. Which is kind of like F1, dude. Like
Yeah,
dude. It reminds me how stupid that movie is. It
was horrible.
The more I think about that movie, the worse it gets in my brain.
Yeah. We were saying we definitely think that it was made by AI. It was the most generic, horrible writing. It was made just to keep people entertained for the 2 hours that it was. Nothing more, nothing less.
But I mean, it was just funny, the premise of it, for those of you, because no one's going to go watch it. It's like got terrible ratings. But it's fun going to the movies. We're going to the movies again today. Dude, what the shit?
What?
Yours poured and the foam went all the way over, and then mine poured and it's like 75% full, and I just poured the whole beer.
It's because they're expired for sure.
Oh, did you try it yet?
No, I haven't tried it yet, but Best Buy date was 4 months ago.
Yeah, what the fuck? I bought these today and they were front shelf. Tiger beer. Well, hey, episode 15, dude.
Episode 15.
What the fuck? I'm here with Simon Cowell.
You piece of shit. I'm here with my friend Chris, who his eyes are so close together he could use a monocle as glasses.
I would love to have a monocle. I was thinking about that the other day. I might wear a monocle at my wedding.
Dude, you should.
I would love to wear a monocle.
Your eyes you're basically a Cyclops. You could use one contact lens.
Too bad my vision's good, bro.
You're like a me character when you put the eyes really close.
My vision's so good that I could
1920 head ass.
That I could just wear sunglasses all the time because I'm trying to train my eyes to see better.
No, you can see your other cornea at all times. Sorry, I had to get payback from last week.
No, man, we are back. We're happy. Subscribe to Toledo. We're almost 60%. We're definitely over halfway.
100%.
Close to 60% of the way there. Just 40 more subs, basically, and we're going to be in Toledo.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Toledo, we'll be in Toledo. I'm not going to lie. When we first started talking about that, I thought it was going to be like we were going to be in Toledo next week. Now, subscribe. Also, we need you guys to vote. Vote on something big. Chris and Joe Day is officially in the calendar, September 6th. We're going to talk about Chris and Joe Day today. I guess what we have to vote on, bro.
So we're choosing the drink. Quick synopsis on Chris and Joe Day. It started 5 years ago. We'll get into the story behind it. But every year, once a year, we have a day where me and Chris go to a city. We drink one drink for the entire day, and we bar hop and just see what happens. So we need you guys to choose which drinks we will be drinking on this year's Chris and Joe Day.
Yeah, so Joe picked one, I picked one.
You probably guess whose is whose. I'm going with a little Tequila Sunrise action.
And I went with Dirty Martini. Just for you guys, we've had whiskey lemonade in the past, whiskey Coke, and vodka crayons.
Yep.
And then one year we didn't have a drink of choice, but we'll be talking through those days as at least what we can remember from them. And I'm on that note. But anyways, go vote. Comment on this video. Comment on this video. Comment on the next video. Comment on any video. If you comment on any video from this point all the way through till we do it, which will be basically
September 6th.
Right. And we're going to record an episode that day. We're probably going to film a little bit there. But
you could see some clips from the day potentially.
Yeah. So we're excited to bring you guys along with us this year. And we're excited for you guys to vote and have an influence. But no stream snipers. Please don't come find us because it's supposed to be a day of just us.
That's the whole thing. It's just me and Chris for a day, sticking to one drink and just seeing where the day takes us. So we'll have no adult supervision. We have to find our way through the day. Little scared. You know, we've had the discussion before. Should we have somebody watching us from afar to protect us from ourselves and others when the night gets late? Give us a ride home, shall we need? You'll hear the story, but it's just us. It's basically man versus wild, but in a city hammered.
Mm-hmm.
Chris did.
I look forward to Chris and Joe Day more than my birthday, more than honestly, like it's getting up there with Thanksgiving. It's like a national holiday, and like. People, it's so funny because when we started posting this year, because it was the 4th year we did it, and we like posted about it, everyone was like, yo, like happy to see it still going. Like everyone's like knows it's a thing now.
Bought in.
People are trying to make their friends and like their best friend and them day of the year. I would recommend it. I mean,
no, nobody can recreate.
Just call it Chris and Joe Day, but celebrate it with your best friend.
True.
That would make me happy. But
real quick, though, before we get into that, we have to introduce the beers that we will be drinking today. Chris is already getting after it a little bit. Like we said, expired, but these are Tiger beers. Since 1932, origin, destination, unknown. We don't know where these came from, I don't believe.
Yeah, you're right.
So, like we said, they are expired by about 4 months. I don't think that should have any impact on the flavor or the...
I mean, I've been drinking it.
Structural integrity of the beer.
Singapore.
Okay. We've been drinking a lot of
I was thinking,
what's that called?
Is Singapore
hemisphere?
in Thailand?
No.
How do you pronounce it?
Singapore? Thailand?
Thailand.
Those are 2 different countries as far as I'm aware.
Thailand is not a place.
Yeah, it is.
Not that I'm aware of.
It's where the old creeps go to.
It's where Jeremy Lin's from. Thailand?
No. There's no way. But we will be rating these on local Michigan cities.
Yeah, if you're from the Metro Detroit area, I'm talking the burbs of Detroit. We're rating this Tiger beer from Singapore based off cities in Metro Detroit.
Yep. Cheers. I know Chris already tried it. Let me get a first sip.
Dude, I'm almost done with it already.
Oh, I hate it.
Gets better.
I'm going to give this Hamtramck.
Maybe I'm wrong. This is like the shittiest way to start your Saturday, bro.
That's ass. Reminds me of that one we had a few weeks ago. It tastes like peas and piss and
tastes
dirt.
Like fucking Dearborn. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It tastes like it tastes like Flint.
Flint Town. This does taste like some Flint water.
This tastes
Shout
like
out the water crisis.
I mean, it's not my fault. It's not my fault that they gave it to us. Like, what the hell? Can I sue Great Value Center Marketplace in Royal Oak or Madison Heights, Michigan?
No, because if you buy beer at Great Value Center Marketplace, you should be expecting it to be expired.
Yeah, I guess. I like when you buy it, they put a paid sticker on there. Anything. They put on my milk. They put on anything.
It says paid? Like they're marking it so you can't steal stuff?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
But there's no one that, like, checks. It's just like they put a sticker on it. That's how they know.
Yeah. All right. Well, now that that's out of the way, we can get into the regaling of Chris and Joe days of years prior. Starting with the first one, it was unofficial. We didn't know going into this that it was a Chris and Joe day.
Yeah, we just were like, yo, do you want to get pizza? I think we went to Renshaw's.
I believe that is how it started.
I will say this episode, shout out to our fan in Australia. Shout out to our fans across. But, like, this episode is going to be a little local based.
Just describing.
Biased.
Yeah.
We're just going to tell, like, kind of how it is.
The scenes and places don't matter as much as what happened and what occurred on these nights. We can honestly kind of jet past the first one. It was pretty standard. There was no specific drink that we chose.
That was when we knew Chris and Joe Day had to be a thing.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the night. Again, no decided drink. I don't even know exactly where we were sticking to that night.
Just chorus, probably.
Yeah, but we decided that this was something that had to live on through the years.
Yeah, because we had a good ass time.
Mm-hmm. It was
We had a
no
good ass
different
time.
than any other night that we just go out and drink together.
Yeah, but we like made it. I think like not all of our friends were busy, and we were kind of like, yo, let's just have this be a national holiday
Yep.
where we just do this every year, where it's just me and you.
Yeah.
Because then we have no one else to hang out with, and we just like had such a good time together. I think we went to like Renshaw's, then we went out in Royal Oak, then we went to like we got our bellies full, and then we went to like club.
Yeah, which is normally how it
ripping.
goes. Never the same day of the year. Apparently, we thought that it was normally after Chris's birthday, but looking back on it, year number 2, Chris and Joe Day, the first official one, was apparently pretty early in the year.
Yeah.
That one was what, like in May?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was in May, and then last year was in like, what I say, like end of August.
Yeah.
It was like right around now.
Chris and Joe Day number 2, we decided that year was going to be the year of Whiskey Cokes in Royal Oak.
Whiskey Cokes and Royal Oaks.
Yep.
That year was not too memorable. A lot of these, again, like we don't recall the whole night, you could say.
Well, not every night has something very memorable happen. It was Whiskey Cokes.
It's always memorable when it's me and you, though.
Until we drink enough to forget everything that happened. But yeah.
That's true. So, I mean, a lot of these nights end up with just us drinking Whiskey Cokes and then just taking shots. But what we do is we try to get one from every bar in the city that we're in.
Yeah.
Like pretty much, we just go to every single bar. We start early. We start around like 3, maybe even earlier, 1. I think one year we golfed before.
Yeah.
I think that was Whiskey Cokes and Royal Oaks. We golfed. So we were drinking on the course, and then we parlayed that into Renshaw's and then went out, which, I mean, dude, that was probably, that was when, what was that bar called where it was like a basement, it was like a frat basement, it was,
it was what the fuck was that
why
place
can't I
called?
remember
Jolly
that?
Pumpkin Basement.
Yeah, Jolly Pumpkin Basement.
Yeah.
That was when that place was open. I think we just went there after Tequila Blue.
Yeah.
Now it's coming back to me a little bit.
Yeah, that does sound right. A lot of bad memories in that place.
And then I was taking those videos of you dancing. Like, it was when I used to take videos of everyone. I would just put my arm up super high and like hold it down and just make them look short and small. Like Pat looks tiny. It's so funny.
Not that night, but that was the place where we all went out, and it was just me and Mitch. And then Mitch just bailed on me, left me there, and my phone was dead. Didn't know how to get back to your apartment, and it was pouring rain. I found my way over to Milan, bought myself a full pizza, stood out in like an alleyway where it was dry and was munching the pizza, and then with a dead phone found my way back to your place.
Yeah, that was the most absurd thing I've seen you do.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think I just was asleep.
Probably.
Just being a bad friend. But that was crazy. You just had a full pizza too.
Yeah.
That was
got a whole pizza by myself, made it home in the rain, blacked out.
Those pizzas, they sell by the slice too, so it's like $40 for a pizza.
It's always
so funny.
shitty.
But we like got homies with the boy, so he would like let us behind the counter and play music.
Yep.
It's so funny.
But again, Chris and Joe Day number 2, pretty standard stuff. Chris and Joe Day 3.
I would say that was a year where we succeeded. Pretty much got home safe. I kind of remember, I think we were bringing back after Milan that year.
That sounds right. Typically how our nights end there.
Like we went to the basement, danced around, and then boom, we're out of there when they close, and boom, we're at Milan, boom, we're home.
Yeah. Your number 3 is when shit pops off.
This is when we started getting excited about Chris and Joe Day. It was a big
having to step
deal.
It up a notch.
It was a big deal. We knew it was a big deal. We knew we were starting something of greatness, and we had to have a good memory to kick it off. So that was the year where Joe was like, Chris, I got to pick last year. You get to pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
I picked vodka crayons.
Worst choice. Could have killed us.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. I remember like the first bar we went to. I think we golfed that year too, Renshaw's, and then we went to my apartment.
I remember being here. And
I made one.
Yeah, we had some here.
And then we went to Ferndale. We went to New Way. And I remember having like 9 at New Way.
At least. Yeah. It was. We were there for not that long. I don't even know how they had that much cranberry juice in stock. I didn't know a bar carried that much, but we were cleaning house. Got pretty sauce there, but we weren't concerned. Remember, because we were walking.
Feeling good. We were going to Boogie.
Yeah, we were walking over to Boogie from there. We thought that was like a good pregame. it was enough to kill a small horse.
Yeah.
And we were walking over there like, I'm feeling good. Honestly, I can feel better right now. This is going to be a great night. And then one of the few last memories that I have is when we were walking in, the bouncer asks for my ID. I dropped it on the ground, stumbled to get it, picked it up. He just looked at me and I was like, I can't see. And he was like, just get in there.
Yeah. Well, then we got kicked out, bro.
You got kicked out?
No, we get kicked out. We're like waiting for our Uber, and they were about to close. It was like 1:50, and then the Uber was gonna be there at 2. So we were like, let's just stand inside. It actually was a little. No, it wasn't. We were fine outside. It was a nice day. We were just inside. We wanted to be inside.
It was a little bit earlier in the night, I believe. I don't think we lasted that long.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think we made it even close to close.
Okay. I don't remember. I don't recall. But basically, I remember we got kicked out right before our Ubers got there.
This is where the trouble started, though, because we ordered separate Ubers, both going to our own places.
Yeah, which this is before we knew we could Uber pool.
Yep. And so here's where everything went downhill. I mean, as if the situation could have gotten worse, because we're both already sauce as fuck. My Uber shows up first. I get into my Uber, and I found out later that as soon as I leave, Chris's phone died. Uber canceled.
Yeah. Well, how long until you found that out?
The next morning. I didn't know. Dude,
yeah, I called you on my laptop.
I guess we can just separate here. I'll tell my side of the night from what I remember, and then Chris can tell his. But I get in my Uber, and it was just flashes like in a movie, almost flashback war type shit, where my head's out the window of the Uber. I'm bleh, bleh. My favorite hat flew off my head. It's all over everywhere. And then that's all I remember. And I wake up in the morning naked in my bed, trash can full of yak next to me. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then the first issue, because I know something bad happened. And I can't find my phone. And I'm on Facebook on my computer. I'm like messaging people. Do you know what happened? What's going on?
Wait, you couldn't find your phone?
Yeah. But here's what happened. I'm looking for fucking ever. And then I go into it's back when I lived at Somerset, and I go into my linen closet, and it's underneath all my towels hidden for some reason.
You hid it from yourself?
I guess so. So I finally found it, get it charged up, and then that's kind of the end of my recollection of the night until me and Chris get reconnected.
Yeah, so I must have perhaps walked outside and then when I was waiting for my Uber, and then Joe hopped in his right away. My Uber, let's just say, never showed up. My phone died. We cannot confirm what happened. What I can say is that about 4:30 in the morning, Officer Bush, nice man he is, found me.
We respect the blue line.
Yeah, I did lose I had a Bumble hat I used to wear, and they gave it to us for free in college.
Yep.
Everyone always loved that hat. And then someone took that, and that was it.
Someone took that?
Yeah, and then and my phone.
I don't think anyone took either of those things.
And my phone.
I think there
was homeless people walking around.
I think that you were discarding items as you went. But yeah.
I think I just threw the hat. But yeah, I woke up no phone. But I just was also like, oh my gosh, Officer Bush is here to help me get home. And because he was like, you can walk back. And I started walking. I was like, I'm 3 miles away. Like I have to cross a highway to like get to where I'm going. So he's like, I'll take you there. It's no big deal. You did nothing wrong. I just slept for a couple hours.
You definitely did something wrong.
Well, no one can confirm.
Such a thing as public intoxication.
Yeah, but if you're sleeping, no one can tell.
You can tell
that's why homeless people get away with it for so long. Because you can't just say someone's sleeping and intoxicated.
It's got to be illegal to sleep halfway onto Woodward.
Well, it was a construction zone, man. So they kind of saved me. But anyways, I get home. I realized I didn't have a phone when I got home. And I was like, no. I was actually supposed to run a 5K for my job, too.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, this is terrible. And I like had no phone. I'm like trying to FaceTime people on my laptop or whatever. And I just remember, like, I don't know. I think I called a couple people to check my location. No one could find it. And then Joe was the only one that answered. Was the only one that was like, all right, like in the area and knew what occurred the day before. So he immediately fills me in. I'm about to fill mine up if you want to know.
Yeah, I'll take it.
But he's about to fill me in, and he's like, I have this crazy night. I was like, dude, I have no phone still, and I just got dropped off by this cop. I like just got dropped off. It's like 5:30. I'm trying to like figure out all this shit.
Well, I think that was part of the issue because I didn't find my phone until so late, and obviously woke up late. Mm-hmm. That you had already been searching for a while by the time that we connected.
Yeah. Well,
and I was already in shambles. Yeah, I mean, I woke up and I had the $150 Uber cleaning charge throw up miraculously only in my trash can. Well, the Uber's car and the trash can. Favorite hat gone, but I was like stumbling around. It was one of those where you just kind of plug in your phone and you're like, oh, I don't want to look at anything because I was just a bad person last night.
Yeah, and then it's like 11 and I'm calling Joe because I slept for a little bit. I slept through the 5K.
Yeah, he had to take a nap. He was sleepy.
And then when I did that, like, I wake up, I call Joe, and I was like, dude, I can't find it, and find my iPhone's not working. Like, I think someone, which is ended up probably being what happened, but like I think somebody took my phone, like, you know what I mean? I think someone took my like SIM card out, or they like whatever. Like, it was usually when it dies, you can see where it died at, but it wasn't even showing anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is bad.
So Chris recruited the one man he knows that can't see to go canvas the streets of Ferndale with him.
Yeah, I thought he would activate Schlogman mode, which is whenever he.
Well, I fucking tried, dude.
Superpowers to figure out how to find. You've found phones in the past. You see that?
I was crawling around on this fucking sidewalks of Ferndale, hands and knees, trying to find this bitch. Because we went back to Boogie Fever, retracing our steps. Parked there, started walking around, looked outside first. You know, we DM'd Boogie Fever, all this shit. Yeah. And walking down the road,
we went
into the sex shop. You know, we asked the lady in front of the dildos if she had seen my buddy's phone.
It was kind of funny, bro. We were like, we were just going across the street like, hey, did you see somebody over there across the street like last night?
Did you see anyone on Woodward last night?
No one could help us. We did give a good effort. We did try as hard as possible.
We looked as hard as we possibly could have. We were in the middle of the road, like in the medians and shit.
And then we went to the police stations to be like, maybe that cop in his car had it. And then the Ferndale.
We originally went to Ferndale.
Yeah, and the Ferndale guy was like, we don't have any reports of this happening. Like, it would definitely be a report. So go to Royal Oak. And we go to Royal Oak.
It was awesome, just walking into a police station, going up there to the person at the front desk and being like, did you guys pick me up last night?
Did you have my phone? Perhaps?
Yes.
Perhaps do you have a lost phone? Did someone turn in a lost phone?
Yeah, it's almost like self-admitting to wrongdoing.
Yeah, it made me never want to be that bad of a human ever again, bro.
Well, we weren't necessarily bad humans. We just got overserved. That's on the fucking bars.
Yeah, facts.
You should never give 2 people 18 vodka crayons.
Yeah, that's their fault. You got to know that, you know.
But then we go to the second, we go to Royal Oak, and we're like, yo, did this happen here? And they go, yeah, Officer Bush, and that's how we figure out.
Yeah, they were like, well, it was weird because Ferndale was like, no. We go to Royal Oak, they're like, yeah, this guy, and here's the case number. White male suspect found sleeping on Woodward.
White male suspect. When we first walk into Royal Oak, I remember, and it has the picture of all the police officers on the wall, and Chris goes, yo, I think that's him.
Nice guy, though. It was funny. I remember the ride back.
He was a young guy, right?
Josh and Josh, and he was 18.
Yep.
He was like just started. I was like, oh, so I'm one of his first cases. This is hilarious. No, nothing. He was like, you did nothing wrong. I just thought I'd help you out. I was like, thank you, sir.
It has to be illegal what you did.
So with that was year 3.
Mm-hmm. Moral of the story, we didn't find the phone. Chris had to buy another one.
Yeah.
It cost me, minus the bar tabs, $150 plus the $30 in lost revenue that I paid for the hat that I sauced out the window of the Uber. And then Chris had to buy a new phone. Pretty expensive night for the boys.
Yeah, it was tough. And then year 4, we were like, bounce back year, whiskey lemonade.
Yep. Which
Joe picked.
Year 4. No, that was a pretty mutual decision. It was.
There. Yeah, you're right.
But that was the year everybody was starting to know about it, and everybody knew what had occurred. It was kind of like it was very foreboding, ominous feeling leading up to it. Everybody was getting a little nervous. It was like the day
Yeah.
before a big game.
Yeah.
Nerves were kicking in. Everyone around us was like, "Are you guys feeling ready? Like, what's your game plan?" All that shit.
Yeah.
And I remember when Marissa took me to Chris that day, she looked at me, and it was like she was sending me off to war. She said, "Just please be safe and get home tonight." Like there was a chance I was gonna die.
Yeah, that's how I feel now. Now I feel like I'm preparing for battle.
Yeah.
I might even eat healthy, drink a lot of water that week.
Yeah.
I might, do what I can to prepare, and it's exciting. So it's a month away, and I mean we've been preparing, but I mean year 4 we went to Ferndale.
Ferndale again with the whiskey lemonade. It was a completely different vibe though. Going from New Way to Boogie Fever, it's a pretty like young crowd, nothing too conspicuous, average bars and clubs type vibe. This year, we were really trying to see the city, and we saw every inch of that city that night. I think we had 6 places in total.
No, we went to way more, dude.
More? Yeah.
More. We went to every bar. I mean, we went to.
We don't need to name them all, but I know for a fact 4 of them had gay pride flags outside, and one of them was it was legit.
Yeah, and Whiskey Lemonade, like we went from the shitty bars, dive bars, to really good bars and gay bars. So like,
yeah,
we were getting all kinds of whiskey cokes or whiskey lemonades. And you remember that one place we were at there where they had the slushies?
The slushy one. Well, that was the first, like, it was like, all right, what's going on in here? What are people thinking about us? Because me and Chris were prancing around the city drinking frozen whiskey lemonades together. And we were asking every bartender, like, hey, what place should we hit next? What do you recommend? And the guy was like, Soho. You boys would love some Soho.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh, what's cool about Soho? And he's like, oh, it's like the best gay bar around. We're like, oh, man, dude.
And we said perfect.
Yeah, we
walked
did say perfect.
Right over there.
We were like, we'll fit in just fine. So we did go right over there.
Yeah.
I will say, if that says anything about us, we do love each other.
And as 2 gay men do, we discussed starting a podcast at Soho for probably 30 minutes.
That was probably the first time we talked about it.
Yeah. Just
and like
crushing whiskey lemonades in a gay bar. Like, dude, let's just fucking do it. Let's make a fucking podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the conversations on Chris and Joe Day get absurd.
It's an exploration of space, life, science, health, religion, everything you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, it benefits society.
Yeah.
Sure. Like there's moments on Chris and Joe Day where we're like, this has never been talked about before. No one has ever discussed this ever previously. So
there were a lot of cool spots though. We actually just found a Snapchat memory where the first part of it is me saying, or no, it's Chris saying, we actually did a good job this year. We're not too drunk. And then it's me in the background like, we have one more bar.
We're both hammered.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to get home safe.
We were proud of ourselves, but that was before. So again, you guys probably caught the gist, but we normally bar hop ending up in a club. And we thought we were proud of ourselves. We forgot that we had to go to a club, and we were already actually drunk. And that's when we head down to Orchid.
Which could, like, so when I say that, some people think it's a gay nightclub too.
A lot of people think it's a gay nightclub.
It's not, though.
It's not, actually. It's ratchet.
It's the opposite, you could say. You do see, you have, I mean, I liked it for a while. For like a good 3-4 months, I was like, let's go to Orchid.
Yeah, just to paint the picture.
I enjoyed it, but that was one of our first times.
Yeah, we're going to see, Chris might put the picture up here. There was a very famous celebrity that always be in Orchid. It was a very large-breasted lady that had the most plastic surgery I would imagine is physically possible before you die. Sada Baby performs there. The Chris and Joe Day where we went there was a guy in a basketball jersey and a shooting sleeve.
Yeah, I wish I remember. It's like a Paul George jersey too.
I think so.
I don't even remember who it was. But yeah, that place is crazy, dude. And the lady with the big boobs, like Joe's not kidding. I talked to her, and she told me that she was like, it's literally like very extremely difficult to carry these things around all the time. And I was like, I'm just inquiring, like, how do you fit through doors? Like, how do you like just simple tasks? Like when you're going to the bathroom, like, is this still
in
hurt?
The toilet water?
Are you like leaning down on the floor, like letting them mess? Like, what do you do? So, yeah, I mean, it's an interesting place to say the least.
One of my favorite memories from there is when me and Chris were just vibing, having a great time. There was probably 12 people in there, including us. And the DJ goes, "Yo, my fucking dog just dropped a new mixtape." And then this guy just pulls up out of nowhere and he starts performing his like hottest fucking single off his mixtape.
Yeah.
And I'm recording him. I'm front row, and the guy's just rapping right to me. And I'm like, "Yo, dude,
Yeah.
I'm your favorite fan."
Yeah. And then what I was worried about that day, what I will say, is all night. That was back in my single days. Again, I love my girlfriend. I'll say it. I love my girlfriend. She's great. She's awesome. Love my girlfriend. But that night I was trying to get some. I was like, Joe, like, dude, I've been single for a while. I should probably get a girlfriend. Let's make it a goal. And Joe, you'll be my wingman tonight. And it was like, that's what we were doing. And and then I did get a number that night while in line at Orchid at the hot dog stand, right where you think I'd get a
That's
number.
where love's found.
Well, I guess it was kind of like they had all types of food. I think it was like a barbecue hot dog. Like it was good food truck.
Yeah.
You could say it's a great spot, but it was outside at the bar at Orchid at the end of the night. And then we were like, all right, bro, love you. I think we Uber pooled that year.
Yeah.
Got home safe.
We did. I remember. We didn't want to separate.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the summation. Again, most of the years end up the same. Year number 3 was particularly tough on the budget and on our health, but this year we're still in the planning stages. Like we said, vote down below on which drinks, but we also need to plan on which city that we will be going to.
Yeah, I know, and it's going to be hard to plan it, but
I don't think it'll be too bad. But much like the drinks, Chris has an idea in mind. I have any other idea in mind. I'm fine with anything besides what Chris wants to do, actually.
Yeah, so I mean, and I know I like to play devil's advocate against myself. So I wanted to we've done Royal Oak, we've done Clawson, pretty much, and we've done Ferndale.
But okay, so also, as you guys have picked up, we need a spot where we can go there, we can bar hop and end at a club. It can't be too nice.
We need 7+ Dirty Martinis or Tequila Sunrises.
And
from different bars. Like, we like to go one drink, one bar, go to every bar, get one drink, leave. And you're on a mission. Detroit, like, there's no way you're going to every bar, but you're going to a lot of bars. Everybody's got it. Like, you get to experience cool places.
Well, here's the thing, though. It can't be so nice or so strict that we're going to get kicked out, because by about 10, we're going to be cross-eyed.
Yeah, but you can go in everywhere, get one drink, go.
Well, not everywhere in Detroit. Flashback to Sexy Steaks, those pieces of shit.
Yeah, we did. Joe didn't get served at Sexy Steak, but it was great steak.
It actually wasn't even that bad of a story. I was being respectful. I was being perfectly fine. I made one shrewd comment, and the guy looked at me.
We got there.
It wasn't immediately. We were ordering some drinks. The girls ordered some wines, and I was like, uh-oh, already trying to upsell. And then the guy looks at me. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
What?
Well, okay. So I was sitting next to him. And he was like, "Don't fucking buy that. He's trying to upsell."
I didn't say don't fucking buy that.
And there was a fuck thrown in there.
No.
There was one fuck thrown in there. And then, because I asked later, I was like, "Listen, dude, like when you walked out, I was like, listen, it's my birthday. You just fucking cut off my best friend 1 second into being here. Like, we haven't been here for 20 seconds." I was like, he's visually disabled. I was trying to get.
What did that have to do with anything?
I was trying to get your drinking abilities back.
Tug on the heartstrings.
And he was like, "No," he was swearing, and he was like, "Whatever." I was like, "Dude, I didn't even hear it that bad. Like, he was kidding, and he thinks that's his humor." He's like, No, I'm not going to." I was like, "All right, I was literally like, you're an asshole for that. Like, you're an asshole for that." And he was like, "Okay, I'll go make you your salads," which did make me feel good about myself. Like, I appreciate you're an asshole for that. And he was like, "Let me go make 6 Caesar salads."
What a douchebag.
But I did get fried Oreos for a dessert for free.
No.
They forgot to charge us for the mac and cheese, too. Well, they didn't bring it, but I will tell you that was the best steak I've ever had.
It was good food, but I was incredibly pissed. I was thinking about leaving. For what it's worth, though, I did.
I had to go to the corner of the street to get Joe mid-dinner.
But it wasn't like that. I didn't run out. I made a declaration that I would be exiting the establishment because I was blood red mad to the point where a tear was coming out of my eye. But
yeah, true.
But in my defense, I lessened the vibes for a little bit. I got over it, and I also did pretty much just pay for the dinner. So
true.
Good guy, Joe.
Yeah, I know. It was dude. I don't even want to talk about the tab. I pay a little bit too. Like we all end up having to pay. Dude, it was so much fucking money.
I imagine, yeah.
Absurd amount of money.
Fuck that. Good thing I hit that night.
Yeah, no. So it was a good time though. It was a good time.
Yeah, regardless, that was the only thing that happened. But I will never be going back to Sexy Steaks or any nice dinner.
We're not going to nice places, dude.
Yeah, but I feel like most places in Detroit though are they're on their shit about like dress code and walking in not cross-eyed.
Yeah, but we have the ultimate get away from jail free card.
Yeah,
Dodge jail free card.
Like at that Tigers game. Remember when I went to go get that beer and the lady was like, "I can't serve you. I could tell in your eyes." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then she gave me 2 beers. I went back to my seat and I was like, "Oh." But no, the biggest reason why I don't want to do Detroit is because every city we've always done, it's in a reasonable proximity in a safe enough area to where if something goes wrong or haywire, I feel confident enough that we won't die or that we can get a separate ride home if we can't get an Uber or something like that.
Yeah.
If we were in Detroit, Chris's girl does live in the area, so that gives me some comfort. But if anything happens that night, like year number 3, I'm a dead man.
What do you mean you're number 3?
Year number 3. Like if something goes very wrong.
Well, dude, that's where like no matter how drunk we get, we always find a way to get home. And like this
year number 3 was via cop.
And this was what I will say. This year would be the only year where we're in walking distance from where we have a place to sleep.
That is true. But all the buildings look so similar. Do you think you could pick out Teresa's apartment?
Yes, I know. I've been there a million times at this point.
All right.
And I know the security guard and like I could get in. Like I know how to operate the place a little.
I trust Chris. My options that I'm bringing to the table via my research are St. Clair Shores. They do have a district with enough bars and places that we can go to. It's a bit of a hike, Uber-wise. You'd have to,
See, that worries me more than Detroit.
Why?
Because we're like 45 minutes away.
From here. But we could also Uber to Teresa's place. Believe that?
No, you're fine. It doesn't matter. But
but no, we could Uber to her place, and St. Clair Shores to Detroit is like 15 minutes. And I would just feel better
30,
about the city.
Dude.
Is
it's
it?
Like 25. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other option I have is Madison Heights. After everything I've looked into, Madison Heights is very doable. They have the places that we could walk around to. They have a street where in summation we'd probably have to walk like a mile and a half, but that would be from bar 1 to 7.
What are these bars called?
I don't know. I looked it up on Google. I didn't make a list, but you'll have to take my word from it. And there was a place that we can end up at and dance. Madison Heights is poor. We could get drunk there, and it would be the norm. We wouldn't get kicked out. It would be cheaper drinks, and it would be close to home. So
I know. But, dude, you didn't, like, for after Sexy Steak, we kind of bar hopped a little bit. Did you like those bars? How'd you like the bars?
I don't mind them, but the tab's always a killer.
Yeah,
Detroit, especially now that I'm trying to be on my skinny shit.
True.
Like, dude, just think about that. I mean, fuck. Even at the bars after, granted, it was me and Marissa, but I spent like $250 on those bar tabs probably. And yeah, I'm getting mixed drinks, but you picture that. You and me all day in Detroit.
Yeah, true. Mine doesn't end up too crazy. I go out there a lot now.
But if you're getting just beers, I think they really get you on the mixed drinks.
I think it depends, dude. Like some places we go to like only offer crazy good, like crazy drinks.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's when you're paying like 14, 15.
Is Detroit always going to just give us?
I know, dude. I just can't. I don't know. If we went somewhere else, I'd want to do like a sit in all day. But I think you have something going on. We gotta like peep out, peep in.
We would get kicked out.
Well, we could sit. We could definitely. If we went to like the Hideout and then we got down to Clawson, we could probably sit at the Hideout from like 10 a.m. to like. They
would get concerned because, dude, me and you are the same way. If we're hitting drink number 18 at 11 p.m., they're gonna be pissed.
I don't think so, dude. I don't think so.
That was another reason why we decided we have to get in and out of all these places, so they can't kick us out. It's just one in, one out.
True, because places get concerned about you.
Yeah. I don't know. We're not going to decide on this podcast, so that's a future problem. But another thing I was thinking, should we think of unis for this year? I think it would be
uniforms.
Sick. Yeah, dude. Think about how dope this would fucking be, and don't say anything. Yeah, don't say anything until I finish this. We go to like a cheap ass store, like an Old Navy or something like that, and we get a pair of flip flops, cargo shorts, and Hawaiians.
Yeah,
and we wear those. You like that?
I love that.
Like for real cargo shorts.
Yes,
bro. Dude. I think that would look sick. It'd be a great vibe for the night, especially if we get Tequila Sunrise. But it would be funnier if we're drinking dirty martinis in that day. You down for that? You want to lock that in?
Yes, bro.
All right, we'll lock that in. The location is TBD, and you guys got to vote on the drinks. But that's man. Chris and Joe Day. The actual episode coming out on that is going to be what, episode 17?
I think so. Don't quote me on it, but I think
it could be 18. It's a few from now. Like we said, September 6th is the actual day of. We're going to record that morning, be drinking whatever drink you guys choose. And then that night is the night we'll supplant some videos into the episode and all that shit so you guys can see what happens.
It'll be cool, man. I'm excited for it. Which brings us to what we've been up to. Really, we both didn't have much. I will be honest with you guys, we're filming this one a little bit earlier than we normally do.
Yeah.
But what I will say is I went to the casino with my family, my mom, my grandma. The only story I got, I mean, I lost money, but I ended up not down a lot. So it's really like you're down $50 to $100. So it's like,
we take that.
You know, that's what I'm spending on drinks anyway. So whatever. But what I will say is right when we got there, like my grandma and my mom play slots a lot. So I was playing this one slot. It was like 80 cents to spin as the minimum. I was like, damn, I'm balling. But I spin.
Is that a lot? I don't play slots. Really.
Yeah, usually you can find something for like 40, 50 cents.
Okay.
And then it goes down to like 5, 10 cents too. So with that, because you got to think you're spinning a lot, you know. But with that, 80 cents to spin, I spin on this Chinese thing. I win the bonus right away. And then the mega jackpot is 14 grand. And I'm like, oh my God, no way I have a chance at 14 grand. You got to get these treasure chests. I had 8 free spins. And if you filled up 5 diamonds on the treasure chest, then you would get that prize. And so there's like mega, major, jackpot, mini, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like literally anywhere from like 15, one's 15, one's 150, one's 8,000, one's 14,000. And on spin number 3, I get 4 out of 5. I have 4 out of 5 diamonds for the mega jackpot. So I have 5 spins of me sitting there just shaking. I was like, if I get one more, I'm winning $14,000.
Yeah.
I was like, are you serious? And like, I know I just got there and just spun, but like I've played slots enough to know that that's like rare to get that. So I'm sitting there like, this could be it. I'm like, this could be my day. And then I watch all of it and I get the mini jackpot. I win like 10, 15 bucks. And I was like, oh my God.
We've been here such a fucking decrease.
Yeah.
The mega jackpot is $14K, but the mini you'll get $10.
I know, but I was like, I mean, you can't be mad. It was like
I would be mad. I'd be pissed.
We just got there though. I was just happy to be there. I was just like right next to my grandma. I was like, I told you you're good luck, So
yeah,
that's all I have for filling. I mean, not much has happened. Just good to be back in the gym. Good to be feeling better again, and just good to be here. Good to be drinking Tiger. Can you hand me one when you get a second?
Yeah, I've never. Wait.
If you guys haven't noticed, Joe's in the new.
I'm in a new spot. Fuck. It's not very flattering, but I never really played slots that much. The only story, Turtle Creek.
Yeah. Where's that at again?
It's like west side of the state, I think it's north of Traverse City, but we went there last year for mine and my mom's birthday. So fucking cool, dude. The first thing I see when I'm walking down there is some old, haggard man, and he loses a hand in whatever game he's playing. He stands up and he goes, "Curse you, Turtle Creek," which is like $5 a hand. So whatever amount of money he lost, means that he didn't have enough money to start with to be there. But we went there for that, and I was mostly just sports betting. They had a sports book. I remember I bet on Michigan minus like 14.5, whatever it is, and it ripped. But
was it basketball when you were there?
No, it was football.
What is it? Oh,
yeah, it's football.
Yeah.
Bet on Michigan football, and then the rest of the day, I mean, we go to like this insane asylum that they turned into a restaurant, toured around there. It was pretty dope. It's pretty spooky. And then we get back. It's time to gamble. We're all ripping. I'm mostly playing blackjack. Marissa's ripping it with me. We're making some good money. And I'm up, so I'm like, bet. Like, I'm just going to chill for the rest of the night. And my dad's just chilling on slots. He never gambles. And he's up like $100. And he goes, oh, Joe, you want to take some turns? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I like upped it to $5 a spin. And I'm just sitting there like blacked out, like click, click, click. And then after like 10 minutes, it was out of money. And my dad's just sitting next to me with like a faint smile as a tear rolls down his cheek as he just sees all of his money going away. While I'm clicking.
What'd you say? You just get up and you're like, dang.
My bad, bro. I'm going to go cash out.
Yeah, you hit the 40 cents, like whatever. You can't bet anymore. You don't have enough money.
Yeah. That was classic. Speaking of gambling, though, I hate it when this shit happens. Every year it happens at my work where we do the 50-50, and I always either put a lot of money into it trying to win it, or I'll get like a coalition of people, and I'm like, we all put $20 in, and if we hit, we split the winnings. But everybody at my office is always like, you dickhead, this is going to charity, or it's going to somebody in the office. You should give the other or your winnings back into the fucking pot.
Wait, why would it be better for you to just have a lot of money and go in once?
Because I don't want to put that. Well, I do that sometimes, but if you get more people, it increases like, your buying power. I don't want to put $400 into a 50-50.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're like let's all.
But if I get 4 people to put $100 in, it decreases my burden in case we lose. But if we win, I'm still winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just
that's smart. It's strategy.
People at work to join your 50-50
to steal from charity,
cool.
And then everyone's like, put the money back into the charity. I'm like, that's fucking what I always say. That's 100-0. That's not 50-50. And I don't do this shit for fucking charity. I'm doing this to make a profit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. I've never won, though. Plan doesn't work. It's such a waste of money.
Yeah, 50-50, I always feel like there's no winner. You're always looking around, you're like, how come no one stood up? No one won this shit.
Yeah.
Guess it all went to charity this time.
Yeah, I must have.
They caught a guy that left every time.
Yeah, but that's all really Chris had. I mean, going back, I did want to go back to the movie last night really quick because Chris was flying at the beginning of the episode.
I was, dude, my bad. I was just happy to be here.
No, you're good. The movie was ass, but it was another one of those where I smoked and I was just cracking up at the movie. But one of the parts, it's obviously a Formula One racing movie, and Brad Pitt gets on the track for the first time, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna break the record or whatever," and then he finishes, and the guy's like, "What time did you finish at?" And the girl's like, "He found 0.5 seconds." I leaned over to Marissa, and I was like, "Me off the Blue Chew."
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay, here's what I'll say about the movie, dude. It was dumb as fuck, and the more I think about it, even stupider. I understand why no one's going to see that movie, but basically his whole strategy was to just get in an accident. And I didn't even know, first of all, F1 has races that are a full day long. Second of all...
that was NASCAR.
Okay, and then second of all, I didn't know there's any races that lasted long. Second of all, I didn't know that in F1 there's teams. I didn't know you have a teammate.
That's a big thing. Drive to Survive.
No,
it's all following the team chemistry.
It makes no sense to me. So
why?
Because I would do that every time. I would do exactly what he did. Just crash into people, take people out the race, or just block everyone from fucking getting by your teammate.
You can't do that. They mentioned in the movie, but like, you gotta let people pass and all that shit. That's why it was so fucking stupid, bro. The movie had so many bad lines and so many weird scenes of people just like staring at each other and smiling like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
which I think we were both at about 2.5 star.
And then I gave it a 2.
I thought what you said when we walked out was so funny too.
Huh?
You were like, when we were walking out, you were like, yeah, I was thinking about what I was gonna rate it, and I was at a 2.5 star, and then until I thought,
until I realized it was a comedy.
Yeah, until I realized it was a comedy. Now I want to give it a 4.5 star.
Yeah, like the one part where the owner of the racing team, he finds out that his previous accident like broke his fucking back and he lost his sight and shit. And then he's like, you can't race anymore. And then Brad Pitt pulls up and he's like, I found a loophole. There's a lawyer in Ecuador that signed off on this saying that you're not liable if I die. And the guy's like, no, I still can't let you race. And Brad Pitt's like, if I die right now, that'd be a good life. And then everybody's like, let him race.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, all right, you can race. It's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, this guy's like actively trying to like off himself on live F1 racing, and they're just all letting it.
Yeah.
You know? You're kind of like, what is going on here?
The only other thing I'll say about that movie night is following up on the trilogy of me and Marissa doing the poorest shit ever. I had $18 in my pocket, and we ordered at concessions, and the guy's like ringing it up. I'm like, hold up, I might have a good amount of money for this. So I pull out my $18, and he goes, $19.22, and I was like, oh, fuck. And then Marissa goes, no, it's cool. I actually got like a Visa card for this. And she swipes the first one, and the guy's like, that one only had $2 on it. And she's like, oh, I have another one. And she pulled out another one and went through. And I was like, that guy must have thought we were so poor that I pulled out cash, didn't have enough cash. She uses a Visa card that has $2 on it and then finishes it off with another Visa card. That guy thinks we're so broke.
Facts.
But
that's why you got to be a rewards member, bro. And going back there, we're going back there today.
Yep.
I'm excited. We're
Big
going to see
time.
a kind of a shitty movie today. Dude, you should go with us on Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm excited for that
I
together.
know.
movie.
It's just so, like, my weeks already feel so packed. I do
Nah,
got to
I
get in the
feel
Tuesday,
that.
Wednesday movies.
I feel that. I feel you, but it's worth it, bro. I promise you that. It's half off, and it's that movie's supposed to be good. Also, Weapons is supposed to be really good,
Yeah.
too.
The last fill-in went to the Dispo yesterday. Giving you guys a little precursor on this. About a month ago, I realized that I was having horrible night terrors that were preventing me from getting a good night's sleep. Got melatonin gummies. I read online they might help subdue dreams. They don't. And I don't have a problem falling to sleep. It's just waking up. So melatonin gummies weren't working. I decided everybody says when they smoke weed a lot, they can't dream. So I hit up the Dispo to get some fucking gummies to help me sleep. And I walk in there. It's always kind of like intimidating for me that doesn't know anything. So I give them my ID, give them the phone number, sign up for the rewards, got a free edible. Pretty dope. Walk up to the lady at the counter, though, and she's like, what do you want? And I was like, some pretty not strong edibles. And she was like, well, how many like milligrams? And I was like looking at Marissa, I was like, 2? I had no idea. And she's like looking around, she's like, we don't have anything
it's like 5.
It's like that week. And then I was like, okay, well, how about 5? And she was like, we really don't have that much at 5 either. And I was like, I guess I can eat half of a 10. And so she like eventually like pulls out all these, and she was like, you know, like describing
That's how they get you, bro.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that there was different like weed strains and edibles. But she was like, do you want an indica, sativa, or a hybrid? And I was like, what the fuck?
You know how you learn that is
Into the couch.
In the couch,
Yeah, but I don't fucking care. I'm just looking for some shit that makes me not have dreams I'm getting sexually assaulted by a clown. So whatever fucking helps with that, lady. So we got those, but it got me thinking about edibles and shit. Me and Chris were kind of talking about this, but I told Marissa the story of the first time I ever took an edible. It's one of my favorite stories. We're at my buddy's house. We're all chilling in the basement, like just vibing, and my boy has like those nerd ropes edibles way back in the day, like, you know, it was just made in somebody's fucking garage or some shit. And I eat it. It's probably like 10 p.m. and we go to bed at 2 a.m. and I'm like, I don't feel anything. That shit was bonked. Like, it sucked ass. And then I wake up in the morning and I'm blazed out of my fucking mind at like 15 years old. And then there's a kitchen in the basement. And my buddy's dad comes down. He's like, you guys want some breakfast? And we're all like, yeah. And then we go over there and I'm sitting at like the counter and he looks at me and he goes, this guy looks like if I don't give him a pancake, he's going to kill me. I'm like, oh yeah. And then
I'm just picturing Joe sitting like stiff as fuck.
Like 15. I'm like, and then I go home and I had to work at Little Caesars in like a few hours. So I sit in the shower and I try and turn it on as cold as possible, like try and figure out my mind. But this shit was in it for the long haul. So the shower didn't work and I tried taking a nap. And then I wake up and I drive over to Little Caesars and I get in. My boss is like, sauce cup day. You got to make the sauce cups. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I make all the sauce cups. The actual process went well, but at the end of it, you have to write the date on the sauce cups so they know when to throw them away. And I wrote the wrong day entirely. I was off by like 8 days somehow. I don't even. And on 150 sauce cups, and my manager comes back and she goes, "What the fuck? We have to throw all those away now." I was like, "Shit." All right, hand up. My bad.
They kept you on staff.
Well, they didn't realize I was high as fuck.
Yeah,
you know, you got the hat on with your Little Caesars uniform. I was like covering my eyes and shit.
That is so funny. Yeah, I mean, I remember. Sorry, chat, but I remember. I don't really remember my first time. I was pretty good my first couple times, never too bad. It was really the pens that got me at first, and I'll tell stories another day. But one of the first stories I remember is like earlier in college, sophomore year, with Chase in our dorms at Northwest, which they tore down.
Yeah, R.I.P.
But those dorms, it was so funny. We had that blizzard like snow day, and we took like Nerd Ropes edibles from Goldberg, and so funny because Chase was like the guy, like he was into it and I wasn't, and then all of a sudden like I was fine. I was watching. We played Minecraft and he started freaking out. He went outside with like his shirt off in a blizzard, and I was like, dude. And then he was like in the mirror looking at himself in his room watching like how to not get high anymore. And it's so funny because when you watch those videos, it's like there is nothing you can do right now. Like it just freaks you out even more.
Oh god.
So that's what he was doing. But I mean, I was chilling. I made a pound of bacon, ate it all. I like played Minecraft and like watched 5 episodes of like Animal Planet, or like, or not Animal Planet,
Planet Earth.
Planet Earth, yeah. So
that's fire. And remember in college where we used to, Chris would order weed off this fucking like
it was
black market ass site where the guy would deliver it, and every time Chris would have me be his bodyguard basically, where I'd like pull open the door and just be standing there like, you got
I was like,
shit.
I need my enforcer today. I'll be like, Joe, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going here. I was like, I need my enforcer today.
I would say now they're intimidate the weed guy so he wouldn't kill us. Yeah. But no, so say a prayer for me. Hope these Eddies get my dreams right. Dreams.
I told you you're gonna go through like a month of crazy dreams before you get
good that's good. So I'm just gonna literally have psychosis.
And I've been coming out of it. Like I haven't been smoking that much, so like I have been having like dreams for the first time in forever, and
it's not good.
It's so funny. Therese is like saying like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I've trapped you here with me, and then I'll just fall back asleep. Bro,
like the dream journal episode we had. Yeah. You got to write that shit down. It's weird. It's weird thinking about your dreams, man.
Yeah.
But
no,
I want to get rid of them.
What I will say is I don't think we have time to get to – we'll save it for next episode.
What are we at?
Man. We're at an hour.
Dude, I think we have time.
You think you want
we can skip it if you want, but I feel like we should.
No, let's save it for next episode. Bro.
Damn. All right, Chris hates you guys. That's Chris' choice right there. But
we have like 60 credits of clips to get, and it's so nice when we actually can do a whole video, not just partially.
You got to remember, we're cutting out a lot at the beginning. We're wasting time.
Yeah, true. If you made it this far, let us know if you like this angle. We're close, but we're far. We can. This
is like the Michelangelo's David touching God or whatever. Yeah.
But no, again, we got like one more hat. If you want to buy it, and then we'll cut it off online. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Subscribe. Tell your friend to subscribe. Tell your boss to subscribe. We're happy to be back. Again, 2 episodes away from Chris and Joe Day. Vote on a drink. Tequila Sunrise. Dirty Martini. We love you. We got something big in store for next episode. Tune in. Tap in.
Yep. Everyone's been telling me to stop drinking. Mostly myself. But I don't listen to alcoholics. Love you guys.